Do you think it's a good idea to use artificial intelligence for trading and getting rich?
That's a really good idea.
Yes, let's hear more about it.
Welcome. We're here today with Sander from Blocktraders.
Hi, Sander.
Hey, how are you doing?
We're fine. How are you?
Good.
Mhm.
So, we are here to discuss automated trading and how you use artificial intelligence. Can you start with a short introduction about yourself and your company?
Sure. So my name is Sander Adam. I've been working at Blocktraders, my company, for about half a year now, a little more. We started in late 2017. And yeah, as you mentioned, we are doing automated trading and we use AI to do that. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've been growing quickly. We're with 4 people now.
Wow.
And yeah, I love using new technologies and I love using AI for automated trading. So
Yeah.
it's
So
been
you're
good.
using machine learning for high frequency trading.
Yes.
You're basically building a bot, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we have a giant database. That's what we started out with. So for various assets that we trade, we collect all the financial information and we store it into one gigantic database. To give a sense of scale, we're gathering between 10 and 20 gigabytes of data every day. We collect all that data in our database. So that's step 1.
Mhm.
Step 2 is then using various AI and machine learning techniques. Right now we're mainly focusing on deep learning. We try to recognize patterns and we try to recognize things within that database that we can use in our trading efforts.
Mhm.
So one of our team is actually an AI expert. I've myself graduated in AI as well. And together we try to find ways to trade based on this data. So basically step 2 is applying AI algorithms on our large database. And then step 3 is to efficiently apply whatever patterns we found, whatever smart things we found in the AI in real life trading. Whenever we based fully only on AI, there's a lot of heuristics involved as well and risk management and those type of things. But we are relying more and more on AI in our trading efforts. So yeah, it's been really helpful for us.
Mhm.
All right.
And you've tried trading with AI. Would
Yes.
you recommend ever going back to trading without AI or?
It really depends on the purpose. So I think, yeah, we are in high frequency trading.
Mhm.
And some standard trading algorithms within high frequency trading, for instance, are arbitrage and market making.
Mhm.
And those can be done quite easily without AI as well, because they're really based on some deterministic
Mhm.
different price differences and those type of things. So I don't think you really need AI for that. When you want to go a step further and you really want to see if certain patterns keep emerging,
Mhm.
or if you want to see whether the relations between various exchanges keep existing over time, I think that's where AI becomes more interesting. So
Mhm.
I would say anyone getting started in trading, try it without AI first, because it's
Uh-huh.
hard enough. But I do think that if you really want to go the next level and further optimize your trading, AI is a really good tool.
Okay.
I've heard an example from someone else who was building a trading bot
Yes.
that their AI was learning only on how to work when the market is growing. When the market is shrinking or the price is falling down of the asset that is being traded, the bot wasn't performing very well.
Yeah.
Have you experienced any such problems and challenges?
Yeah, certainly. So, for instance, one of the things you see that in the weekends, the trading patterns are totally different than on weekdays, because in weekends there's much lower trading volume. So I think one key solution that we found for this is try to get as much data as possible and really try to understand this data. So if you, for instance, only train your model on a period when prices only go up, your algorithm won't know what to do when things go down. So it's really about getting all the right data in place and showing your algorithm all the different types of circumstances you want it to be able to operate in.
Mhm.
So the risk is in overfeeding the data with only certain amount of.
It's probably even worse than overfitting. I mean, if it hasn't seen a certain region of trading, so if it has never seen a going down market,
Mhm.
it could be perfectly trained for the market that goes up. It might generalize well. It doesn't necessarily need to be overfit. But if it just hasn't seen certain patterns, it just won't know what to do about it. So even with as much data as you want to have, you will always have those circumstances. So that's also why I mentioned it's not just about the AI itself, it's also about proper risk management and everything surrounding it, so that when your algorithm doesn't know what to do and it starts doing stupid stuff, then you need something else to tell it to quit and sort of to modify its behavior and keep your funds safe. Yeah.
And what type of deep learning are you using?
Various kinds. So it's time series. So we are experimenting a lot with LSTMs, but that does typically prove to be quite difficult. If it works, the results are really good, but it's very difficult to get it to converge. We are using convolutional neural nets as well. We're really trying to be smart about how to present the features to the network. So really think about what would it look like if it was an image.
So if I understand correctly, you're using convolutional neural networks to do technical analysis?
That's how you could summarize it.
To look at the charts and make decision based on that.
Yes.
Okay.
But this has to be executed very quickly, right? Because we're talking about high frequency trading.
Yeah.
So what are the challenges related to the exact time that the speed of reaction of the artificial intelligence?
So I think the inference calculation, so basically when your network is ready and you have done all the training and you just want to make sure, okay, I've got this data and I want the output of the network, that's pretty fast. That's not so much of an issue, and we've got some good hardware both locally and in the cloud to help us with that. So that's not too difficult. I think the main challenge is to getting all the relevant data in time to the network. So if you're relying on 10 data sources and one of them is delayed, you're in trouble. So it's more about managing the data and getting it from everywhere in the right time. That's our biggest challenge right now.
So Sander, if our viewers at home want to start with trading using AI, how would you recommend them to start?
That's an interesting one. I would definitely recommend everybody to start with simulation and not putting your money on the line before you're pretty sure that it works well. What I would recommend people to do is just try to predict something. So you might want to predict a future price. You might want to predict returns. But it's notoriously difficult to predict financial data. So most of the things you'll try won't work. So I think it's really about that. Just think about what would be interesting to trade with, what would I want to predict, and what information might be useful for such a prediction, and try to work with that. That would really be my recommended first step.
Okay.
Going back to your own experience, have you started first with AI or with trading?
I started, that's a good question. So I actually started with AI first because I graduated on AI already 10 years ago when I was still studying, and it was a totally non-trading related field. So I graduated on a automated goalkeeper that learned how to catch a ball based on camera inputs. Then I didn't do so much with either trading or AI for about 8 years because I was just working in different fields. And then when I started Blocktraders, I first started with just regular trading and only started incorporating AI in that later. So really coming from it at both sides.
All right. And finally, what would you say about the future of artificial intelligence in general? Where are we going? How is machine learning and deep learning developing? Can you say a few words about that?
Yeah, sure. I think it's becoming easier and easier. There are so many tools out of the box so that anyone who has a good idea can start applying AI and machine learning and those types of algorithms quite easily. So I think that will make it very interesting to see what people can come up with. At the same time, sometimes there is a bit of a hype around it. I don't think it will solve any problems magically. So you'll need a lot of very clever people to do interesting and smart stuff with it. And if applied in that way, I think we can see some really cool and interesting stuff coming from AI.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
awesome.
Thank you, Sander.
Well, thank you
for joining us today here.
Thank you.
Sure, thanks guys.
Yes. thank you everyone for watching today with my colleague Ahmed and Sander from Blocktraders. If you are interested in more videos related to machine learning and artificial intelligence, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and see you soon.
See you soon.